Solved problems can be presented or modified by rationalization, simplification, or conjugation. To simplify SURD, SURD in itself is irrational. It is irrational because of the roots in the denominator. For instance, if I say a over root b, this is the denominator. The denominator is carrying a root. So, therefore, this is an example of SURD. And it is irrational. So, to rationalize it, it means we have to say a over root b times root b over root b. So, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the root of b. So, the answer to this will be a over root b over b, because root b times root b is equal to b. So, this is the answer to this. E.g., if I say 2 over root 3, to rationalize this, this will be 2 over root 3 times root 3 over root 3. And this will be 2 over root 3 over root 3 times root 3 is 3. So this is the answer. Also, if I say root 3 over root 5, to simplify this, if I say simplify root 3 over root 5, to simplify this, we'll say root 3 over root 5 times root 5 over root 5. And that will give us root 15 over root 5 times root 5 will give us 5. And that will be the answer. So this is rationalized, this is rationalized, and this is rationalized. Why all these are irrational? These are SURD. Why these are not SURD? Another way SURD problem can be presented is by simplification. For instance, if I say simplify root 2 plus 2 over root 2 minus 3 over root 8. To solve this, we say solution. This will be root 2 over 1 plus 2 over root 2 minus 3 over, then this root 8 is a complex SURD. We're going to simplify it further by saying this will be 2 root 2. So we'll take the LCM. The LCM of 1 root 2 and 2 root 2 will be 2 root 2. So the LCM is 2 root 2. So we have 1 in 2 root 2 will give us 2 root 2. 2 root 2 times root 2 will give us 4. How do we get that? That will be 2 root 2 times root 2. This will give us 2 times 1. That is 2. Root 2 times root 2 is 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. So another one is root 2 in 2 root 2 will give us 2. 2 times 2 will give us 4. Then we have negative sign. 2 root 2 in 2 root 2 will give us 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So we have 4 plus 4 minus 3. And that will give us 5 over 2 root 2. Because the denominator is carrying a root, which means this is still a SURD. We can rationalize it by saying 5 times root 2 over 2 root 2 times root 2. And this will give us 5 root 2 over, this is root 2 times root 2, that is 2. 2 times 2 will give us 4. And this will be the answer. Another way of presenting SURD is by conjugation. For instance, if I say a plus root b, the conjugate of a plus root b is a minus root b. If I say a plus root b, let's say we have root a plus root b, the conjugate will be root a minus root b. If I say a minus root b, the conjugate will be a plus root b. These are examples of conjugate SURD, and conjugate SURD are the same thing as binomial SURD. Take for instance, if you are given a simplification problem as we say simplify 3 over root 5 plus root 3. To simplify this, we say solution. You observe that the denominator is just like this. That is conjugate surd. That is binomial surd. So we say 3 over root 5 plus root 3. So we take this denominator, you're going to multiply it by the numerator and the denominator. So we say times, so the conjugate of this binomial surd will be root 5 minus root 3 over root 5 minus root 3. So you can take a bracket. So to multiply this, you just say 3 times this. This will give us 3 bracket root 5 minus root 3 over, now to multiply the conjugate, multiply this to this, multiply this to this, and that's all. So we'll say root 5 times root 5 will give us 5, and plus times minus is minus. So root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. So this will give us 3 root 5 minus root 3 over 2, and this will be the answer. So the answer is 3 over 2 bracket root 5 minus root 3. That is the answer. Let's take another question. If I say simplify root 2 over root 2 plus root 3. Now, to solve this, you observe that the denominator is a binomial surd. So to solve this, you say solution. You say root 2 over root 2 plus root 3. So that will be root 2 over root 2 plus root 3 times root 2 minus root 3 over root 2 minus root 3. The conjugate of this surd is this and this. So if you observe, you see that this and this, they are the same thing. Why? Because if you cancel this and cancel this, this will give you 1. 1 times this is still the same thing as this. So it's still the same thing. So it means that this will not give us, this times this will give us root 2 minus root 3 over, to multiply a conjugate, you multiply this to this, you multiply this to this. So root 2 times root 2 will give us 2. Plus times minus will give us minus. Root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. And the final answer will be minus, because 2 minus 3 is minus 1. So that will be minus bracket root 2 minus root 3. And this will be the answer. If you have gained 1 or 2 things from this video, please follow, like, share, and see you in my next video. Bye.